What's up guys, Tens here, back with another video. So, fun fact, this video was recorded 5 times and it got corrupted because I was switching between CPU and GPU encoder for the sake of like doing the full tutorials on this. So, short story and fast recap. So, this PC is a second hand that I bought from eBay, Germany. So it's an Acer Predator G3 710, but with a i7 6th gen. i7 6th gen and a 1060 3GB. But since my friend has a lot of GPUs and he does mining, he let me have one of his 2080 Supers for the video, which I'm gonna return tomorrow. But I can redo the full video with the 1060 if anyone is interested. And the only thing that I upgraded except the GPU was the RAM, which is the old RAM that I used on my main PC. My main PC now has DDR5 and I give my DDR4 to this one. So I have HMP enabled, so it can run 3200. And the RAM is running at CO15, which is the timing. The CPU, I have disabled virtualization only in BIOS, and everything else is not touched. Obviously, if I can touch some other extra settings in the BIOS, it might run a little bit more better. But for the sake of the video, I'm keeping it default and just the basic two stuff enabled. So HMP and virtualization disabled. The CPU can also be overclocked, even though it's not a K version. I can just downgrade the BIOS and do BCO overclock, maybe push like 4.5 gigahertz. So yeah, the CPU is also running with a 360mm cooler, so the temps are pretty decent, I'll say. Let me see. CPU package, yeah, 29 degrees right now, 28, maximum 32. So I bought this PC mainly for dual setup, so I'm gonna stream from this PC through the GPU and play on my other one, and so I don't get any delay or like FPS decrease. So let's begin with the thing is, so as I said, this was a vanilla version of Windows, like freshly installed Windows. It came with how the bootware. I didn't deboot anything before that. I did not deboot the ISO before installing it or using a custom ISO from a Discord group or anything. It was just vanilla ISO. It had like a bunch of bullshit that was with the Windows. It was like 154, 155 processes. Now it's down to 87. If I close browser, it should be lower. Yeah, 84. So we did like a lot of debooting. I'll go like fast track through everything. I'm not gonna show you again from zero everything because obviously I can't. So the Windows, when I installed it, I did all the updates to the latest update, so it does not have any more updates. Then I blocked the updates. The Windows, when I installed it, after a few seconds, when I boot in like the desktop menu, it installed a manual driver that usually comes with Windows. Excuse me. Which comes with the Windows. So it installed a basic generic NVIDIA driver, whatever version. I removed that with DDU, which is display driver installer. Then we did NVIDIA driver folder. We did MV clean install. Let me wait for it to open. Right. Then we did use driver files on disk, browse, and then we selected the vanilla one that I provided. Now again, you can go with latest, does not matter. Personally, this driver I found to be the best for like right now. Like it does really decent with latency wise. FPS wise, there's better drivers, but like for latency, it's not that bad. So you can use the latest one or you can use that one. However, if you play Warzone, I will recommend going with the latest one because it tends to like it more. So unless you play, if you don't play Warzone, then you can obviously try this driver or any other drivers that you want. But personally, I'll recommend this one. I use it on my main PC with the 4070 Ti, which is running really good as well with this driver. I have not tried it on the 1060 since we got this GPU, but we'll see how it runs on this one as well. So we installed the driver with MV clean install, but before that we removed it with Dudu, as I said. There's pictures that you can follow through my Discord group. I can't really show you the process now because I'm recording through the NVIDIA encoder. And that's also how the video got corrupted a few times, because I was streaming on CPU, then I was unable to pause the recording and then switch to the GPU once it got installed, so it got corrupted. So yeah, once you do the drivers, just open your NVIDIA panel, go on adjust image, it's gonna be like something like this, like let 3D whatever, and it's gonna be quality. Put down performance, apply, go on use advanced now, go on surround, make sure it's on your GPU, apply, change resolution, put it to the highest you can, in my case to 40, apply, yes. Now some people will put this on enable, use NVIDIA cover settings and output dynamic range on full. Personally, I feel like using the default gives you better latency and a little bit more FPS. It might be a placebo effect, but I don't know, it feels way better for me. You can test both, but I would recommend default. Then adjust desktop cover settings. Now, some people use digital vibrance. I don't really like it, so I just use override. Adjust desktop side and position. If you don't use stretch and you play like Full HD, just no scaling. And if you have the performance option over here for display, just put display. My monitor is few years old, like 2019, maybe 2018. It does not support display. But if you have display, put it on display. I might keep mine on GPU and no scaling. I'll show you how to do stretch if you have GPU as well only, but that will be after I walk you through everything. Set up G-Sync, don't use G-Sync. Same goes with FreeSync, if you have it, disable it. So what G-Sync does is like it makes your game a little bit more smooth and obviously no tearing, but it does not give you low latency. It actually increases the latency. So if you have a 240 Hz monitor with G-Sync, but you cannot reach 240 FPS stable, and you get like, let's say 200 or 180, G-Sync might make your game a little bit more smooth, maybe. But again, it will add latency, but you will be a bit more smoother. But if you play competitive, you never want this as it increases the input. So remove that. Adjust video cover settings, again, same as change display. You click on NVIDIA and then put this on full. Personally, again, as I said, I feel like I get better input and a little bit more FPS with it disabled, so I keep it on default. Adjust video image settings, you want that on NVIDIA, uncheck this option, and if you're using a different driver from the one that I'm showing you right now, like a newer one or an older one that has like the option over here RTX, just uncheck it, similar to this box, and apply. Now, some people will go in developer settings as well and recommend you accessing the GPU performance counter to all users. So this option might increase your FPS in some games. For Fortnite, personally, I found that it causes a lot of crashes and more instabilities, stutters as well in some places. So I would not recommend you using allow access. However, feel free to try. Maybe you get better FPS input, I don't know. Personally, restrict is better for me, so I'm gonna not use any of that. Once you do everything, apply, exit, go on extras. You have a bunch of BAT files, just select all of them. For unrestricted clock policy, actually no, wait, not this one, this one. So this will make sure your GPU is running on maximum state, kind of like a power saving. So if you have a bad GPU, so in this case, this GPU right here, the one that my friend gave me, it's a Bowers edition. So Bower edition GPUs are pretty much a beefy GPU with only one cooler, like one fan, a little fan. So they tend to get like hot whenever they're under like, you know, pressure. So right now, as you can see, I'm idle. I don't have anything that I'm gaming except recording on GPU, of course, and it's on nearly 50 degrees. And outside is not really hot, neither in my room. So usually with Bower type GPUs, you want to change the paths, the paste, and if you want it to run even better, you want to get like external cooler, like you remove the plate under the GPU and just put another thingy, another cooler, so it gets like similar performance to like normal GPUs. Like, so I mean the temps, not the performance. Like the performance is pretty much similar mostly, unless it's like super like hot. So if it reaches like 60 to 70 degrees, it's gonna lose performance as it's downclocking down. So if you're in the market for buying GPUs, ignore Bower type GPUs. In case you're wondering what a Bower type is, like RTX 2080 Super Power. Images. Let's hope there's nothing that will get me banned on my YouTube. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So pretty much that's a normal GPU with 3 fans, which is the best. Like 3 fans are the best. And then this is what this one is right now. Except I think this is a TI, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's a Super, okay. So yeah, as you can see, this whole thing is cooled by only this fan. So this part of the card is pretty much not getting cooled. Usually there's a space for 2 of them, but I don't know why they make Power types. So just ignore them. That's also the reason why a lot of people may be selling second-hand Bower type cards for cheaper, even if they're like super high, like 4070, 4080 or 4090. Like just ignore them. Never buy a Bower type. Never. But for the sake of the video, we have what we have, so we're working with that. So if you have a bad temp GPU, maybe ignore the force PO state. If your temps are fine, just, you know, do it. It's no problem. I personally don't think it's gonna be a big difference because Fortnite is CPU based. I'm not gonna be running on Ultra Graphics DX12 Fortnite, so I'm gonna enable that. Run as admin, and it's done. Disable logging. Yes, okay. So FM profile will be for later. FN, we have Fortnite settings, which we're gonna do later. So once I done the driver and the settings that we just did, I run, let me just keep this open in case. CMD, copy that, press Windows key plus R, then paste, PowerShell first, my bad. Then right click your mouse or just Ctrl V to paste. And just wait it out. So some people might be familiar with this too. It's from Chris. It's pretty decent too, if you don't know how to do the stuff manually. So here, if you want something, you can install it by selecting the box and then install selected. We are more interested in the tweaks. So here you want to select laptop or desktop or whatever you're using. Personally, desktop. So here you want to check delete temporary files, set display to performance, disable USC, disable notification, remove OneDrive, set classic, disable IPv6, dark theme on, Bing search, disable, verbose, disable, show file extensions, disable that, snap assist layout, disable, mouse acceleration, disable, sticky keys, disable, power points, we don't want that. Then I'll keep taskbar open just in case, because this program sometimes tend to glitches out and terminate Explorer and never enabled it back. Okay, so we have an error on shut up, which is fine. Let me see the other one. Tweaks are finished. Okay, so I done the services to mono, automatic, mono. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so as you can see, Explorer is bugged. So just run new task, Explorer. There we go. And you should have a little bit lower after you restart, like the process count. But again, the process count does not matter. Like, it's not gonna increase your FPS unless you have applications that eat memory. So, for example, Microsoft Edge right now. As you can see, I don't have Microsoft Edge open anywhere. However, it's eating a little bit of memory. Let me just remove that. So, next part, startup. You want to disable anything that you don't want. In my case, my mouse and the Quantfish I use for noise suppression on my mic. So usually people use this for voice changer. I use it for the noise suppression. So NVIDIA one is decent, but it uses more CPU usage than the Quantfish one. So if you want noise suppression, like me, if you're in a loud place or like your room is kinda loud, just get Quantfish and use the noise suppression from Quantfish. It's way better than NVIDIA, trust me. Anyways, disable anything you don't want here on startup. Then once you're done, close that. Okay, so then we have process WASM. I'm gonna not do the process also now, and I'll keep it for after Fortnite, just so you can see the difference. We have Wooner. We're gonna run that as admin. It's gonna make a restore point. Just wait it out. Meantime, I'm gonna go in the cage cleaner folder. Okay, this might take. There we go. So just simple follow the numbers. 1. Wait it out. Also make sure to run this as admin, so it does not bug out or like give you like error that it cannot access something. Windows animation. Here you wanna do it just for best performance. If you don't mind the Windows 7 looks, like the fonts and everything, you can keep everything unchecked. I personally like the smooth edges on screen font and thumbnails preview. Then apply. Actually my bad, show thumbnails. I did save taskbar. Okay, apply, okay. Then network tweaks is gonna stop your internet for a few seconds, which is fine. It's gonna restart it, as you can see. I might need to cut the part where I clicked on Ethernet if it leaked any information. Hopefully it didn't. Okay, USB. Just click yes or Y, same thing. RAM. Now it's gonna ask you how much gigabytes you have. So to check that, task manager, performance, memory, and over here you can see the number. So in my case I have 16. So I type 16, enter, done. GPU. Now it's gonna ask AMD or NVIDIA. In this case, NVIDIA. So just type NVIDIA and just wait it out. It's gonna do the profile inspector for you, which is the updated one. Done. And some extra tweaks. Power up 1, 7, done. Now if you go to power option, make sure both of these are never, and then additional power up 1, now you're gonna have the Tensu one. Windows cleaner, just again press and wait out. This one will also restart your exporter, so you might see like black screen behind, like with no icons. Just give it a few seconds and it's gonna re-enable the explorer. Okay, it should be almost done. It's cleaning the cage now. Also, in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about the driver. Since we reinstalled the driver, I pretty much installed the driver. I have not run the game yet. So whenever you switch drivers, like if you update the driver or remove the old driver and install a new driver, when you go in Fortnite, specifically for Fortnite, but same goes for the other games, you have to redownload the shader cache. So that means like whenever you go in creative, it will be fine because creative does not have anything to render. But when you go in a real game, when there's like trees, building, cars, roads, sky and stuff like that, it's gonna make you lag. Like you're gonna have a lot of FPS drops, stutters maybe, stuff like that until you load like everything. So pretty much your GPU, it's downloading everything, like the whole map, and it's saving it in like the shader cache, like with the GPU. So it's gonna take a little bit for it to load everything nicely. So usually you wanna go in like a normal game, get a car and just drive around or like die and spectate for like 30 minutes, maybe 30, 40, yeah. Sometimes maybe less, depending on like your PC specs. And after that, it will be fine. Like the match is gonna be smooth and everything. You're not gonna have any issues. Unless like obviously you have low-end hardware, like in this case like me with this PC. So we're done with here. I don't want to both Spotify or Discord, as I don't really want Discord or Spotify on this PC. Don't really need it. So I'm just gonna press X and exit. Now from here, I really like to use OpenShell. So I'm gonna install OpenShell because I don't like this bot here thingy. So next, I don't like the Classic Explorer. I don't like the updates. Everything else is fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Install. Then while that's loading, I'm just gonna do that. Then remove that. Finish. Try again. File Explorer. C. Program files. OpenShell skins. Just drag that skin. Windows 7 style select. private backup hold from desktop menu settings. It's glitching for some reason. It's fine. Oh, my bad. Okay, there we go. And one other thing I like to do is like do like that. Rename, remove that, and then go on personalize, themes, desktop icons, uncheck that, remove that. So now we have one folder. I like to keep my desktop clean. Okay, now we've done everything here except the process was with the Fortnite and the cache cleaner. So we're gonna do the cache cleaner. I'm gonna remove all that, delete everything, and if you can do delete something, just skip cache cleaner. Recycle bin, clean, Windows clean, CMD. So I personally recommend to put the cache cleaner in startup. So I'd give you the command, just paste it in Windows. It's gonna open a folder like here. So if you're interested to see what this does, it just cleans pretty much every temp on every startup of your PC. So whenever you boot your PC and you see the desktop screen, it just cleans everything for you from like the previous day or something that you done. So copy, Control V, and now it's gonna, every time you boot, it's gonna like clean for you. Alrighty, I pre-installed Fortnite already whenever I install this Windows, so it's ready. Now we're gonna go through the launcher settings. I have not removed the Microsoft Store because I know a lot of people still use the Microsoft Store for maybe the pass to play games and stuff. So that's also like really thingy that it's like demanding pretty much as well. It gives you like, it takes FPS from you, but it's fine. So settings, I don't like any of these things to be enabled. Same goes with updates. Everything is unchecked except roto downloads on 0, so it uses the max speed on my internet. Then go library, manage, make sure everything is fine. Options, I have only pre-download stream assets enabled. Everything else is unchecked. If you have Fortnite Save the World, you can keep that enabled, but I don't. DX12 shaders, you might be required to download this if you're on AMD. In my case, I'm not, so I'm not gonna keep that. But if you have a AMD GPU, maybe you need this, but yeah. Everything else you won't disable. Except pre-download stream assets, apply. Also, you have a bunch of games here. I personally recommend you just click on the installed ones, so it does not like take longer to load whenever you open Epic. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go settings. I'm also using an offline account. I don't wanna use my Microsoft account to log into this because it's gonna start doing a bunch of bullshit like rewards, OneDrive and stuff like that. Don't want them, so I use an offline account, which is way better. We're gonna go privacy. Speech, general and stuff like that should be already disabled from my two. In case there are not some of them, just go through. For example, camera, I don't have camera. But camera and microphone are like, as you can see, you get this unknown issue with graphic driver. Just click no. And it's gonna run. So it's gonna say out of video memory in some types if you have this driver. Just wait it out. Oh my bad, I clicked again once. Okay, we're just gonna wait it out. Anyways, we continue with this. Microphone, keep that enabled. Camera, keep that enabled if you have camera. I don't. Voice activation, keep that enabled. Notifications, don't want that. Count info, don't want that. Contacts, you don't want that. Calendar, you don't want that. Phone calls, you don't want that. Call history, you don't want that. Email, you don't want. Task, messages, radios, other devices, background apps, it's already disabled. App diagnostic, documents, pictures, videos, file system. Okay, now let me fix this thing real quick. Manage launch option, just do this DX11. Just enter. Now go back to settings menu. Go gaming. Untick that. Captures is off. Game mode is on. Was apps. Okay. Apps execution, you don't want that. You can keep the other ones. Okay. Optional features. So here you don't want pretty much anything. Matte recognizer, bullshit. Quick assist, don't want that. Paint, don't want that. Notepad, open SSH, I don't need that. Steps recorder, don't need that. Print management, don't have a printer, don't need that. Windows Hello face, like, look how many bullshit is there in Windows. Fax and scan. WordPad, if you use that, you can keep that. I don't really, I'm not gonna do anything on this one. Microsoft Paint, don't need that either. Media player, you can keep that if you want. Notepad, you can keep that. PowerShell integrate scripting, you don't really care about that either. Then just wait until it says restart. You might need to restart PC to apply some of them. Let me click decline. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna remove some of the stuff here. There's a bunch of bullshit here. Xbox Live can stay. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear this sound. That's my scroll wheel on my mouse. It needs like to be replaced. Or in general, I just need a new mouse, but it's fine. Alright, so let's go in like a 1v1 map first. And then I'll go in a real game just so we can get like general knowledge. So when you're in lobby, I can close the launcher. It's gonna give you a little bit better performance. Just close the launcher. Don't really need it open. So right now it's on Windows full screen and default settings. So if I have to guess, it's probably gonna be medium to like maybe ultra settings because of the GPU. It detects it. So we'll see if the CPU can actually handle it. And in the meantime, I'm gonna also open Task Manager so you can see the CPU. So CPU right now is on 13%, 15. GPU is on 19 and it's on 51 degrees. Okay, let me enable the FPS counter. I think it might be too low to see, so I'll increase my HUD scale a little bit. Oh wow, it actually disappears from the screen. Nice. What the? I don't really understand why Epic keeps messing with the UI of the game. Well, I guess. Well, let me see if it's on full screen. Fixing it. Okay, it's not fixing that. The fuck? Okay, maybe. Is there a... Okay, there is a quality changer. Maybe let me rejoin the map real quick. Don't understand why Epic is doing this. Like, why do they have to bother with the menu? This whole menu is also draining performance when you're like scrolling through it. Like just rendering out this bullshit over here is like eating your performance. Not that it matters because you're in lobby, but like still, it's annoying. And then you have like a bunch of these tabs that are like so stupid. How long is the video? 30 minutes, okay, it's not bad. So the whole video was like probably an hour till now, if you didn't corrupt at the start. Okay, so 120 FPS. I'll say it's running smooth. I mean, it's still rendering the cache. Let me see on unlimited. It's about 200 with CPU running to 40, GPU 25. To 60, to 61. Alright, so let's do the settings now. Colorblind does not matter really. TSR epic, you don't want that. You want down 100. Shadows, don't really care about shadows. Screen view distance, don't care. Textures, don't care. Effects, don't care. Post-processing, don't care. If you play competitive, you can keep view distance on like far or epic, depending on your CPU. Everything here you want disabled. Apply that. Also make sure it's a full screen. Sound quality, you can keep high or low, depending on headset. Low audio will actually maybe give you like 1 or 2 frames better, but the audio quality will be worst. Then on the third tab you want energy savings disabled. Record replays, you want that off. Since I'm using my old account from my main PC, it does not really change the settings, just the basics ones. Everything else is applied already. This one should be default as well. Over here you want pretty much everything disabled that you don't need. I only have hide display name enabled because I have a symbol in my name, and whenever you kill someone, the symbol actually takes a little performance. So yeah, you can also do hide other people's name. It will also help if some people have symbols or like weird emojis in their names, so it's not gonna render it and it's gonna say anonymous, which is better for you. Alright, so without the settings we are getting 400, not bad. CPU is pretty much almost maxing out. We're recording on the GPU, so the GPU right now does not really does anything pretty much that crazy. I mean, it's being used because we're in DX11 right now, but look at that. That's why you don't want a bore GPU. Look, 65 degrees, the fuck. So yeah, the game, it's alright. There is a little bit delay that you can feel, even though I'm having like that much FPS, it's still like noticeable the delay because of the CPU. Obviously, if you upgrade to a newer gen CPU, it's gonna like give you better performance. But for an old CPU like this, it's actually running not bad. Like again, this is creative, so again, creative does not really prove anything. So let's try a real game. Then after that, I'm gonna do performance. I feel like, I mean, as I said, normal game now it's gonna be lagging because of what's it called, the shader cage. Like it's gonna need to load the cage. Where the fuck is? Oh my, I hate this UI so much. Let's do battery. I'm just gonna drop someone center and just let them kill them. Let them kill me so I can spectate. Can't really be bothered to play. Also, if you use presets, I would recommend deleting them because they also eat your performance. Same goes with emotes. I don't really like to keep emotes, and I also clear my budget so it does not annoy me. Same goes with wraps. Anything that has effects, you don't really want. Same goes with the cars and stuff like that. Same goes with the skins as well. So for example, if I put a skin like this, for example, that has like, you can see the face moving and stuff like that, that will eat your delay and performance. So you want a clean skin, something like this, for example, this, that does not have any moving effects, like hair is not moving, like body parts are not moving, like, you know, something that just does not move. And then same goes with the pickaxe. You just want a pickaxe that does not like move pretty much. Like Star One is a nice pickaxe, but it has latency because it has effects on it. Even though some people used to say that it's a 0 delay pickaxe in the past, which is funny. There's no such things, by the way, like 0 delay skin or 0 delay pickaxe. It's all bullshit. As long as the item does not have any effects and it's clean, like whenever you swing there's no effects, then that pretty much means it's a decent pickaxe. Like it's same as the people ask claim 0 delay. So as you can see, right now I'm having stutters whenever I move my mouse fast because it's loading the textures. So just let it load. I'm also doing display capture instead of game capture, so that also eats FPS. But yeah, if I look at the sky, like the most people that do optimizations, oh my gosh, I have 500 FPS, and you look down and it's just like 50. So let's just go like here for the SMG meeting. So you can see it stutters 6 FPS, 9 FPS. So whenever you pre-load the shaders, it's gonna be way smoother. And we also don't have to like stretch and stuff like that right now. So what I'm gonna do right now is like, I don't think anyone is gonna go straight for the SMG mythic. So I'll just go and die to the boss and spectate. Just give it like 2 minutes to spectate. So it loads and then I'm gonna do the other settings. Come on! Nice. Finally. Okay, let me see if I can spectate. Okay, I can spectate. There we go. Lol. So I'm gonna spectate for like few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes max, just so it loads a little bit of the map. And then I'll Alt F4 and do the other steps. Okay, this guy's camping. Nice. Okay. So let's see how it's doing. 85% CPU. Not bad, not bad. Next player. So that's the best way to like pre-load your textures. Either drive a car or just spectate and just wait for like few seconds and then switch players. Because they're always in like different positions of the map. So you're loading pretty much like little by little. Let's switch now. Let me just see the video also. 38 minutes, okay, not bad. I wanna try to keep it under an hour. Okay, this guy's on the mountain, so there's not much to load there. This guy's fighting a boss, maybe better loading. Okay, he's on Peter Griffin. So as you can see, the game is getting smoother and smoother. Like, even the character, like the person is moving fast, like flicking left and right, and it's like no stuttering right now. So it's loading slowly by slowly, as I said. Okay, let's do one last guy, and then Alt F4. Okay, this guy's on that one. So there's nothing to load here, let me just switch again. One person. Someone hopefully in the center. Mountains, Norley center. Okay, this guy's again on edge. Okay, a little bit towards the center. Okay, it's whatever. Alt F4. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're gonna go with Process Vaso. So install process WASU. Standard. Continue. Next. Next. Uncheck everything. And it's done. Now we just go here, go process WASU. And then you're gonna have this. So people will tell you to do stuff here and right click process and stuff like that. Instead, I just give you the config instead of like doing manually everything. So go on file, import configuration, desktop, go in the folder, process WASU config ini. Then fresh file successfully imported, okay? And you can close that. And it's running now in the background and every startup on the PC. So then we go Windows plus R, app data, vocal, go Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, then FN, copy that, paste that, replace that. And then you want to check the refresh rate and the resolution. So it should be the same one that I usually play on my main. Yeah, 165. Yep. The FPS, however, is on unlimited, so just change it to whatever you play on. Then once you're done, just properties, read only, apply. Okay, I'll keep it on unchecked for now. Okay, let's launch the game. Before we launch though, we're gonna apply stretch. So change resolution, customize, create custom 1650. This method is only for people that don't have display scaling, by the way. It can work on people with display, but it's not the proper way to do stretch. Okay, apply. Here you want full screen now. Yes. And then this thingy that I give you, just click it, list 1650. Okay, apply. Keep changes, okay. And let me just stretch this out just in case it makes the recording bad. There we go. Actually, I missed a step. My bad. I forgot to remove the DX11 for the error fix. I'm just gonna enter them. Okay, just wait for it. Come on. Okay, let me just remove the flag. There we go. Now it's gonna be performance. If you have the error that I had with the GPU, just do the same thing that I did, DX11. Go in game, make the config, leave the game, remove the DX11 from the launch option, and then do your config to performance. Also, if you launch the game once in DX with the command DX11, and then you close the game, you can remove the DX11 mode and it's gonna again launch in DX normally. And then from in-game you can switch also to performance or whatever you play. It's just that sometimes whenever you use an older driver, it tends to bug out. So you get that error message, but yeah. As you can see, I'm not getting any error messages anymore. So we're gonna wait this out to get to lobby and then we're gonna close the launcher. So again, process count, don't pay attention to that much. We already have pretty much most of the stuff that we don't care about disabled. Okay, we're in lobby, we can close that. Recently played Resin. Okay, and while it's loading, we're gonna do some device manager as well. So device with the yellow thingy means that they're not really enabled, so just ignore. I like to disable the NVIDIA USB. System settings, high precision, high definition audios. I don't really have problems with audio if I disable them, so I just disable both of them. Let me just go in game first before I disable any other ones. So yeah, as you can see, the performance boost is like way higher. High precision. NDS. Don't really need. Virtual drive. I don't use virtual drives. System managed BIOS. Don't really care about that either. Numeric. Don't care about that. UM bus. Remote desktop device. Don't care about that. Okay, storage. Okay, that I can disable. Don't care about that. You can disable all this bullshit here. Don't really care about them. It's facts. Again, don't copy every single device that I'm disabling right now. It's just like the main ones that I know that don't do anything to like usually the system or like have any performance difference. Like obviously high precision event timer, you want that disable. NDIC is safe. System managed BIOS driver, maybe yes and maybe no. Network, if you have any other stuff except the driver, you can disable that as well. Ports, don't need them. My bad. Mice and stuff like that, just wanna untick their power management. Okay. Okay. Go here. Properties. Uncheck allow files. Apply. Okay. Ignore all. And what that's doing, we're gonna do mouse. Change mouse settings. Pointer. Make sure it's on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And make sure enchant pointer is unchecked. Then we're gonna do keyboard. Short, fast, none. Okay. Then just wait this out. So in performance mode it's already way better. I can definitely tell. It has like still some freezes because of the CPU. But it's also doing this thing in the background, which is using the same disk as Fortnite is installed. So just gonna wait it out and we'll see what happens. And also to keep in mind I'm doing display capture instead of game, which also eats a little bit. Like the delay, it's way better than before I like did any optimizations. Like I'm sad that the first part of the video got like corrupted, because like I actually installed Windows, right? I installed the game, then instantly started recording. I went in Fortnite before that, before any optimizations, and with everything disabled and performance, I was getting like maybe 150, like 150, 180 FPS on unlimited, with like all the bullshit code that Microsoft and Windows like had, and it was really bad. Like the latency and everything was like super bad. But now, as you can see, it's like it's not really. I mean, it's still noticeable because of the CPU is like really old, but like it's still really fine. Like as you can see, it's like still fine. Okay, is this done? It's almost done. It's gonna take a while. I think the video in general is gonna be 1 hour. Yeah, 49 minutes, almost 50. So if you're building a PC. I mean, I don't see why will anyone get a PC with a i7 6th gen like this one for gaming. But I guess if you are getting this one, like the same PC, like the same CPU, I mean, and you optimize your Windows and like you're on a budget, I mean, the game is running. I can't really tell if you're gonna have the same FPS as me, because like every CPU chip is different. Like I've talked about that before as well in previous videos. Like let's say you have a friend that has like the latest i9 and you have the latest i9, he might get better performance than you on his CPU because maybe he got better chip. Excuse me. He might have like a better chip on his i9, because like the chips with the CPUs, it's kind of like lottery. Like some of them get higher performance, some of them clock higher, some of them have worse temps and stuff like that. Same goes with the GPU, because the GPU also has a chip inside. So in my case, this GPU right now is like trash. Like it does the job done, right? It can render stuff. It has 8 GB of VRAM, but like the temperature is like really bad. So if you were to play something like, let's say Warzone, I don't think this CPU can even handle Warzone, but like, let's say you were to play Warzone, the GPU is gonna be pretty much nearly maxed. And you also gonna have GPU bottleneck because of the CPU being way weaker than this GPU. So usually you want to have a GPU or a CPU to be like identical power. So let's say this 2080 Super right now will be decent configuration with like something like maybe an i5 like 12 gen, like i5 12400F. It will be decent pair with the 2080 Super, or a Ryzen 5 3600X, or like Ryzen 5 5600X. It will be a good pair with this GPU. But in this case, you have huge bottleneck by using an older CPU with a GPU like this one. And on top of that, if you play a game that's demanding, if you have temperature issues, for example, my CPU right now is fine. As I said, it's cooled by a 360 cooler, so it's not gonna really overheat. But overheat is also a huge factor in the FPS you get. So let me check the CPU again real quick. CPU. Yeah, 43 degrees. So if you have like overheat issues, that will also lower your like performance, and your delay is gonna be bigger and stuff like that. So always make sure that you clean your PC case like at least maybe 2 or 3 times a month, just to make sure there's no dust. Make sure your fans are positioned right in the case, so you have like decent airflow. If your GPU is running hot or your CPU is running hot, just, you know, remove the cooler, change the paste, like remove it properly with alcohol and stuff, then put a new thermal paste, and it should run better. Other than that, like other parts that are important will be like the motherboard, the RAM. So in this case, right now, this whole PC, the GPU is not being used. As I said, it's Fortnite, it's a CPU-based game. But the RAM right now is playing a huge role because it's like 3200 megahertz. Usually with this CPU, you will have like a 2666 megahertz or like 2800 megahertz. Now, obviously, going from that speed to this speed, it's not really huge increase in numbers, but like the performance is way better. Like you definitely get like 5, maybe 15 more FPS. And another thing is that the RAM size. So in my case, I have 2 sticks of 8, which is 16. If you have only 1 stick of 8 or 1 stick of 16, it's kind of bad. You're also not running dual channel. If you have few sticks of RAM, also make sure they're running in dual channel. If you have 2 sticks, because that will also increase your performance. Other than that, CPU, GPU, just make sure they're cool, like cold, not like too hot, like this GPU. But again, the GPU is not being used. So is this done? Yes. So right now, this is the FPS with pretty much every optimization we done. Obviously, I can tweak it a little bit more. Like I can definitely disable some services more. Microsoft Edge, I can remove that. I can remove some bullshit as well that are still running. But that's probably as far as you gonna get, like with some basic stuff. Again, you might get like the same specs as this PC that I just bought, but don't expect the same FPS because like every system is different. I'm gonna definitely play with this PC. Like what I mean by play is like I'm gonna touch it further off camera. Like I'm gonna try to do some BIOS settings. Maybe not downcock. Like go in another version of the BIOS. So I can like overclock the CPU a little bit. Maybe push it to like 4.5, something like that. And then I'll have to also switch the GPU. So I'll put back the 1060. And hopefully we can get stable 240 with that. But yeah, from now on, this PC might be the new test PC. So if anyone is interested in any tweaks or like wanna see if they actually do anything, just message me on Discord and I'll happily test them on this PC for you. Like I can definitely test anything for you. Don't mind bricking this PC because I can just reset it. But yeah, I'm gonna Alt F4 now and I'm gonna uninstall the game because I'm gonna keep this PC, as I said, for streaming only. I do not really care about Fortnite for this PC as I'm not gonna play on it. Uninstall. There we go. Ooh, I'm actually getting tired. Been waffling here for like an hour and something because I keep getting the video corrupted. Okay, restart mode. Let me go back to full. Okay, so that's about it. Like the only things that are missing in this video, I'll say, was missing the BIOS settings. Obviously, I can't show them because I don't have a capture card. Discord optimization, you can see that in my previous videos. So if you were to install Discord right now, you just do the previous video settings and you'll be fine. If you open Fortnite, just close the launcher, as I said, go in lobby, then full exit the launcher so you get better performance. And that's about it. Like that's as best as you can get this Windows without like further breaking it or like making anything unable to work. Like as I said, Microsoft Store is still here. Obviously, you can see it's still working fine. I have not removed it. You can still log in, play games, use your Microsoft account and stuff like that. But if you were to remove the Microsoft Store and all the bullshit that's still running in the background, that we also did remove, but we didn't restart the PC to get them fully removed, you can probably get this number super low, like 50 to 60. But again, process count does not matter. Just make sure everything that it's unnecessary to be running is disabled. For example, Microsoft Store right now is running even though I just closed it. Everything else, it's fine. So yeah, hope I didn't make you sleep with this long video, but like, yeah, peace.